Hello everyone, it's ProTrader7 here today, and today I'm here with a list of my top 5 PlayStation 5 games. For my list, I'll be focusing on Sony exclusive games only, but these games are not PS5 exclusives. They have come out on PlayStation 4 as well, especially when the console's been out for 2 years since its initial launch. It's a little bit hard to come by the PS5 at the minute, so I thought it'd be a good idea to include them. Truth be told, I would have ended up with less games in this video if it was just PS5. But every game in this video is essential for the PS5 in my opinion. Right, that's enough of me gassing, so without further delay, let's crack on. But in no particular order, apart from number 1, let's start with Stray. It is set in a post-apocalyptic world where you play as a stray cat, but after an unfortunate turn of events, you land in an abandoned city. But after a while, you realise it's not really as abandoned as it seems, because soon you'll find it's populated by robots. But you must find your way back to the surface, but without being killed by these horrible little creatures called Zurks. These creatures populate the dark areas of the subterranean world. Right, so that's enough about Stray, on to the next one. Now for the next one on this list is Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is easily one of the best superhero games I've ever played, barring, Marvel's Spider-Man, the first one, its prequel. But the storyline of this game is set 2 months after, well at least a couple of months after than the original Spider-Man game, where you play as Miles Morales' Spider-Man. Peter Parker jets off to Europe with Mary Jane on a work assignment, so it's left up to Miles Morales to deal with all the villains in New York. But that's just part of the main story. But the gameplay expands on the original ever so slightly with Miles Morales' signature Venom moves, which I find to be a little bit decent really, especially when it comes with armoured villains. But one of the few things that let this game down is just too short. The gameplay is brilliant, the gameplay is absolutely astonishing, but it's just too short in terms of story, and there's not much after the post story for it. But it's decent enough to be my top 5 anyway. But on other notes, if you're going to buy this for the PS5 and not played the first one, it'd be, it's worth it to put buy the one with the special edition where you get the first Marvel Spider-Man game in with it. It's a decent game. Right, the next game on this list is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This is the latest in the legendary series of Ratchet and Clank. Our favourite space ranger Ratchet, with his robot sidekick Clank, must save all of time and space, not only that the multiverse, by the infamous Dr. Nefarious, and his parallel version Emperor Nefarious. This game does not disappoint with its stunning visuals and superb gameplay, and also introducing its new character, Rivet. Right, the following game to this is Horizon Forbidden West. Now this game is a direct sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, which is probably one of the best action-adventure games I've ever played, where you play as Aloy, our hero. She discovers that she didn't fully stop the extinction of all life on Earth, she just merely slowed it down. So she sets off on her quest in order to fully prevent the apocalypse, and ultimately save all life on Earth. That's the basic gist of it anyway. This game keeps what made the first one great, but also expands on the gameplay of that. But also, having said that, it also utilises the console's hardware in the results of gorgeous visuals and more smoother controls. And with all that said, let's move on to, the best game on the PS5 in my opinion, and that game is Ghost of Tashima Director's Cut. This action-adventure epic is set during the Mongol invasion of the islands of Japan in year 1274, where you play as fallen samurai Jin Sakai. On his quest, he must rid the islands of Japan of the Mongol invaders and regain his honour as a samurai warrior. So that's basically the storyline of Ghost of Tashima. But also where this game comes through is it has one of the best control systems I've ever played in an action adventure, especially with the stance mechanic. You face up different enemies with different weapons, and as you go through the game and level up, you'll learn to use certain stances what are best equipped to deal with that situation, especially when a certain Mongol has a certain weapon, for example, like let's say like a staff, On certain stances you won't be able to defeat him, but on a certain one you will be able to. But every time I've always said this, graphics do not make a game. But like in Forbidden West and Ratchet and Clank games within this list, the PS5's visuals also bring this game to life in such a fantastic way. The colours really pop and the textures are really decent. This is probably one of the best looking games on the system, even though it's from the PS4 era, but remade for the PS5 with a director's cut, it really brings this game to life. Not only that, combined with these, with this, unique controls, this is probably the best game on the system in my opinion. I absolutely adore this game, and it's definitely worth picking up. And that's it for my top 5 PS5 games. Yeah, you feel free to let me know what you think as well, and what your top games are for your PS5 or PS4 in this opinion. Right, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.